off like a herd of turtles. Lori Lee, hello. I haven't seen you in a long time. Good to have you back. Okay. So let's get present, settled into our space. Enjoy a couple of breaths in through the nose and out through an open mouth with your eyes open as you come to present moment. So if there are a few golden nuggets I would love for you to carry with you off of your yoga mat into your everyday life, and you can say, oh, I remember Kathy taught me that. So if there's any type of legacy, just a couple things. One is when things start to feel like they're spiraling, come to present moment and do the 3 things you see, 3 things you feel, 3 things you hear. Breathe in through the nose and out through an open mouth with an audible sigh. The audible sigh is the tonal breathing for anti-anxiety. So you just start in that place because you can't come to calm until you get into the present moment. You have to let go of all the stuff you're thinking about and all the swirly wigs that are going on in your mind. So 3 things you see. None of the orchids are in bloom today. That's different. 3 things you hear. And 3 things you can feel. And it may help to close your eyes when you're doing the feeling, just so you can sense your sitting bones rooted into the earth. Feel the air on your skin, the way their clothes are resting on your body. Once you've come to present moment, begin to calm the nervous system with the grace breath. And all you have to do is breathe in through the nose and sense this sensation of the air moving into the nostrils. And as you exhale, just surrender to the support of the earth or the chair. So the little poem you can remember is breathing in, I feel the air. Breathing out, I feel the chair. Breathing in, I note the physical sensations of the tip of the nose and the air moving in. Breathing out, just a letting go, noticing where my body is in contact with the earth. Once you begin to come to that place of rest, relax, and digest, take a scan of the body, noticing if there are parts of your body that are calling for your attention. Keeping us safe is about awareness, not pushing through pain, letting go of the ego of what something should look like, and just stay in tune with the senses of the body and what it feels like within. And as you begin to tune into the physical sensations of the body, notice where in your chest and torso you have the greatest source of movement with your breath. Maintaining the elegance of the spine, invite the belly to soften and round. The side ribs to expand and the chest to broaden as you begin to deepen the breath. And then enjoy a longer, slower exhalation, creating a little contraction of the belly to release all the air. When you think you've released it all, release even more and wait for that need to breathe, bubble up inside, and enjoy another full, rich breath in as the belly softens and rounds, the side ribs expand, and the chest broadens. As you exhale, letting go of that, and letting go of whatever else doesn't serve in this present moment. And as I come to a partial end of this teaching this class, but a confidence that moving forward, you will all grow so much with Kelly. I'm so grateful for her. I found this from Donna Falls. She said, celebrate the journey. Who knows why life unfolds the way it does, why we choose one path or another, share the way for a while or a day, then say goodbye. There is no predictability here, and less control than we might wish. But there is a quiet urging of the heart, the knowing in the soul, the wisdom that's beneath the mind, accessible if we breathe and turn inside. When the tide of change rolls in, we can resist or be at peace, struggle or release. The stuff of life may not be ours to understand. It's enough to offer love, to receive the best and worst, to embrace and say farewell. What matters most is to celebrate each moment of the journey. And that's what I will be doing, is just remembering and celebrating this beautiful journey that we've had together and the next steps that take us to meet again in that path. So if you could bring your finger and thumb together in Chin Mudra, which is a way of connecting the little self to the big self and whatever higher power you may attribute yourself with, and place it over your heart, palm over palm, with the finger and the index finger connecting to connect to your heart mudra. And using that other breath, I hope that you remember the compassionate breath. Imagining the center of the heart as you breathe into the center of the heart, all that is good in your life. And as you exhale, take that goodness and joy and let it flow into your hands so that you can spread that out and use your hands for good works. Breathing in into the center of the heart, all that is good and joyful, and exhaling back into from the center of the heart into the hands for good works. You can even offer yourself an affirmation with this compassionate breath. I am loved. I am loving. I am lovable. I am enough. Bringing the hands together, finger to finger, palm to palm. Set an intention for class today that you can know from what the sutras tell us. Patanjali says this, there's a secret. You go through the whole book and he says, at the end, I'll tell you what the secret is. And the secret is that you are so beloved. You are so beloved. So the intention is knowing that and living your life knowing you are so beloved. And when you know you are beloved, you will always be able to take care of yourself. And then spread that care to other people. So let's send those intentions out to the universe with resounding shouts of Om. So exhale fully and inhale and join me. Oh. 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 Bow your head to your beloved heart and lower your hands down to your thighs and blink your eyes open. And I almost made it. And start to make some circles with your torso. Feel the shifting of the weight, going from one direction and then take it the other way. And let's extend our legs long, give the knees a little massage from being folded up. Massage the thighs, the legs, a little stretch in the hamstrings here. To reach for the ankles, the feet. And take the feet as wide as the mat. Lean your hands back gently and internally and externally rotate the legs. Try to get it from the top of the leg bone. Some nice, gentle, easy movement. And then just let them be floppy, rock them back and forth. Good. And bend the knees, come up on the heels of the feet and just rock the knees side to side, opening up through the outer hip just a bit. Take your time with this. If you feel a nice sensation in the outer hip, just pause there for a minute. Lift the heart space up. And connect the movement with the breath, breathing in, lifting the heart. Exhaling the other direction. One more time each way. Good. And sit up nice and tall. Bring the soles of the feet together, but in a diamond, a little further away than Baddha Konasana. And place the hands onto the knees. Sit up nice and tall. And then round the back body, chin to the chest into cat. And as you inhale, lift the heart space forward. Just shine that beautiful beloved heart forward. Shoulder blades draw together. And then with the breath, exhale, rounding. Inhale, lifting that heart. Exhale, round. Inhale, lift. Last one. What do you notice about the pelvis, the sitting bones, the spine? What's it feel like when you lift your heart forward? And then come back to neutral. Take your arms out to the side, start to reach the arms up overhead. We haven't really warmed up the shoulders yet, so take it easy. Get long in your spine. As you exhale, lower the arms back down. And then imagine you're just gathering everything that's good for yourself. And as you exhale, just spread it out as you press your hands forward. All that breath and goodness we breathed in. And then as we took it from our heart center to our hands are full of goodness and love. And one more time, inhale. Now bathe yourself in that. So take your hands over and wash them in front of you. Just bathe yourself in that power. Nice. Keep the left fingers down to the side. Reach the right arm up and tip over to that left side. Keep that left shoulder soft. Root down through the right side as you open up between the hip and the rib. And then let's lift and lower a couple times as you inhale, lift, and just flow with the breath. Stay connected to movement, to sensation. That's what yoga is. It could help you build a home practice. Think about just opening up the heart and the spine. And then pause on this side for a while. And turn the torso toward the earth, stretch across the back ribs. But most importantly with the home practice is noticing what you feel and letting your body direct you. Come back to center, reach both arms up overhead, lengthen, go to the other side and move that direction. As yogis now, you guys know how to sense what's going on the inside and just move your body in the way that feels good to you. And that's a home practice. Stay here for just a moment, root down through that left side and then turn the torso toward the earth. Come back to center, reach both arms up overhead, palms together and down to the heart. Take that right hand, place it on the left knee and sweep the other hand back behind you, the left hand back behind you. So we're turning toward the left. Draw that belly in and up, keep the core strong, and then take your chin over your left shoulder. Look behind you. Let your eyeballs keep looking over the shoulder to get more movement. Good, then lengthen the spine, come back to center, and we'll take the left hand to the right knee, sweep the right hand back behind you. Up on spider fingers, stay nice and tall. Draw that belly in, and then take your eye gaze over your right shoulder. Not torquing, using the core strength to help rotate us. And then lengthen that spine back up, come back to center, extend the legs out long and rock them back and forth again. Good. Hold on to the underside of your knees as you bring them out to a nice wide V and come up on the heels of the feet. Lengthen the spine and hinge forward. Just see how that feels. Press back again, keep the spine long and tall, hinge forward again. And then without changing the spine, start to straighten the knees out as you slide the heels forward, getting that stretch in the hamstrings. First stretch of the day, so be easy on yourself. Pressing the hands into the legs, use that to help you lengthen your spine so you root to rise, right? And then hinge forward as much as feels good in your legs and your back without rounding the spine. So lift back up, we'll do that one more time. Bend the knees, lengthen, hinge forward, and then slowly start to slide the heels down. Press the legs into the earth and isometrically draw the heels towards your hips. See if you can maintain that and walk your hands out in front of you. And then slowly, with a nice gentle spine, keep the support of the hands on the earth. Go ahead and feel like you can round just a little bit and draw the head toward the floor. But keep the hands supporting the torso so you're not putting pressure on the thoracic spine. Keep pressing the legs down and isometrically drawing the heels towards you. And then slowly walk the hands back. Bring the feet toward the middle. Do you have your strap nearby? Go up. Sorry, I didn't say strap. Now we're going to lasso our feet. Let everybody get their goodies together. All right. Give a nice little pull on the strap here. We're got Santa's reindeer here. Roll the shoulders back, lift the heart space up. So if this is where you stay, if you can get your feet, your toes pointed up toward the ceiling or drawn toward the nose, and then isometrically again, bring the heels toward the hips and press the legs down. That is a beautiful Dandasana, beautiful seated foundational pose. If it's going to work for you today without rounding the spine, use the pull of the strap into the feet and feet into the strap. Make it go both ways. Use that to help lengthen your spine and hinge forward, leading with the heart, not the nose. Lead with the heart and not the chin either. So that's cheating. Keep the head and neck in alignment. Lead with the heart. Shoulder blades gently draw toward each other. And you may only go 1/4 of an inch, but that's something. Release that, take a breath in, re-nourish, re-engage the legs. As you press the legs down, isometrically draw them towards you. Lift and lengthen the spine and hinge forward again. Good. I think dancers are about the only people that can really do this pose and go, get some movement. The rest of us normal people we'll move just an inch or two before we start to round. All right, keep the strap on the right leg, bring the left leg out to the side. Press the foot into the leg somewhere. Hold on to the strap with both hands again. Use that to lengthen, just a gentle twist toward that front right leg and hinge forward just one side. If you get a little bit deeper using just one leg, taking the other one out of the equation. Put the strap down for a sec. You can keep it on the foot. Bend that knee up towards center. Press the hands into the shins. Use that to help you lengthen. Now keep pressing out through that right heel. Stay here or cross the left leg over the right. We're going to do an open twist. So reach the right arm forward, draw the belly in, lift and lengthen up, and twist towards the right. So that hand comes back behind you for a nice open Ardha Matsyendrasana, half Lord of the Fishes pose. Really good for the colon. Good for sciatica. Good. Rotate back to center and bring the hand down. Now we'll come to real straight up Baddha Konasana. So bring the soles of the feet together and slide them towards your hips. Press your hands back behind you. Use that to get your spine tall. Press the feet in toward each other so the knees will lift. Keep pressing. Take a breath in. As you exhale, stop pressing the feet together. Allow the knees to release out to the side. I'll do that one more time. So let the knees lift up, press the feet in toward each other. Keep pushing the hands into the floor to keep your spine tall. I can practically lift my butt up off the blanket. Press, 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 and then stop pressing. Release the knees outward. And then push your hands towards you as you maybe use that pressure in the hands to lengthen and hinge forward just a little bit. Stretching the inner outer thighs, hips. Not a super functional pose, but it does help to stretch. My husband's taken his basketball team to Arizona this weekend to play in a tournament. They're ranked top 10 in the country, high school, and they've never been on a horse before. And he's taken them horseback riding. And I've taught these girls yoga. Their hips are like this. I said, they're not gonna be able to walk the day after you take them horseback riding, and they have a big game the next day. You're in trouble. Bring the knees together and just extend the left leg as you lasso it. So I guess it's functional if you're going to be going on a horse. All right, take that left leg out to the side just a little bit. The right foot presses into the thigh. Lengthen. Gently twist towards that front left thigh and hinge forward. So you're isometrically drawing that front heel towards you. You're pressing the leg down. That leg is strong and active. The toes are drawn toward the nose. You're just getting a little hinge forward. Keep everything active. Lift and spread those toes. Breathe in, take a breath. One more time. Exhale, hinge forward. Good. And lift back up. Let's remove the strap now. Bend that left knee, that right knee, hold on to it with your leg, with your hands, lengthen. And if you want to cross it over, cross it over. Now don't forget the extended leg. Heel down, draws towards you, leg presses down. Reach that left arm forward, lengthen, and sweep it up and back behind you. This is one of my favorite home practice series too, just Dandasana to that one-legged stretch, to this twist, to Baddha Konasana. It's a really nice little series you can do that really opens up the hips and gives you in the spine. Lengthen back up, come back to center, and uncross the legs, stretch it out, shake those legs out. All right, good. Let's go to tabletop now. Okay, so get the knees padded. Kind of doing the best of series. So you can do this. And this is kind of some of my favorite stuff we do in little series. My English is not working today. All righty, let's all meet in hip circles, big juicy circles. Take your time with it. Get the whole body into it, little spine movement. Round the back a bit, go both directions, knees are wide. If you want flexion in the toes, toes are curled under. If the toes aren't having it today, keep them flat on the floor. All right, then let's settle into some cat-cow. So hands are slightly ahead of the shoulders, remember, and if the hands aren't having it today, you're going to be putting your forearms on blocks. So press the forearms or the hands into the mat, lift, press in as you draw the front body to the back body. Keep lifting those back ribs up, tailbone lowers, chin to the chest, cat pose. And as you're ready to inhale, sink the belly, lift the head, lift the heart, broaden out through those collarbones, wag that little tail. Exhale, rounding. Inhale, sink into cow. And exhale, round. I love including the dynamic movement of this. So when you're rounded, shift your hips back towards your heels, stretch out through your arms, head between the upper arms. As you inhale, thread the head through the hands, lift the head up, come up into cow pose. Exhale, round the back body. If you choose, sink the hips towards the heels, stretch out through the front body. As you inhale, thread the head through the hands, lift the head, lift the heart. And just move through this dynamic cat-cow in your own pace, in your own rhythm. Another great home practice. Connecting with breath. Easy does it. No hurry. One more time. Good. All right, let's come back to that tabletop. Bring the knees hip width distance apart and extend your right leg back behind you. Press the toes into the earth and push the heel back as you press the heels of the hands into the mat. Push the heel toward the back wall. Get a stretch in the calf. And then lift that back thigh bone. Keep the toes connected to the earth, but press the back thigh bone up towards the sky, and that'll enhance your stretch. You're keeping the toes connected. You're just really straightening the knee more by pressing the back of the thigh bone up. Good. And back to neutral. Draw the energy up that leg. Let the leg float up. And if you choose, spider finger walk your left arm forward. Come up on spider finger. Stay here. And notice if your hips, knees, and toes are all pointing down. Press out through the heel of the foot. Grow longer in your leg. Draw that belly in, keep strong here. And if you choose to, lift the upper arm so it's in line with the ear. Now just bring the left hand down and sweep the right leg out to the side into gate pose. Walk your hands forward onto the thighs and lift up to gate. Reach the arms up overhead, big breath in. Lower your right hand down to your right thigh and crescent over to that right side. Come to a T, bring the hands to the hips, and then just sweep over that left arm, that right arm up. Good. Back to a T, and then bring the hands in front of you. Keep the leg out. Hands in front of you, directly in front of you, and just bend the knees a little bit to accentuate that stretch in the inner thigh. Good. Lift back up, walk your hands forward, and bring that right leg back to neutral. Take that right hand, sweep it out to the side, and thread the needle. Pass the right hand past the wrist, left wrist, and bring the shoulder in the direction of the earth, but don't rest your head on the floor. Keep pressing the back of the right hand into the mat to stay engaged. Help you with that twist towards the left. Untwist. Come up on the knees, shake the hands out. Open and close the fists, and we'll go to the other side, okay? Another little series that's kind of fun to do. All right, so we're in tabletop. Press the hands into the mat, lift the front body to the back body. Send that left leg back behind you. Do a calf stretch. So press the heel of the hand into the mat, push that left heel back behind you. And keeping the toes connected to the earth, try to lift the back thigh bone up and away from you. Do you notice a difference if you just stick it back there versus really engaging and lifting that back thigh bone toward the sky? Come back to neutral. Keep the toes there and let them float up to hip distance. Hips, toes, and knees are all facing down. Keep the core strong. So re-engage the front body to the back body. Spider finger walk your right arm forward if you choose, and maybe lift that upper arm in line with the ear. Bring the hand back down, keep the leg lifted, and sweep the left leg out to the left side for gate pose. Walk your hands forward onto the thighs and lift up to the knees. Reach the arms up overhead, find length. Take that left hand down to the left thigh and crescent over towards that left side. Good. Bring the hands to a T, then to the hips, and then that left hand reaches up overhead and goes towards the right. Back to center. Lengthen, hinge forward, bring the hands right down in front of you, show wrists in line with shoulders, and then take a gentle bend to the elbows to enhance the stretch in that thigh. So press the foot into the earth, try to keep the pelvis level with a slight bend in the elbows. Enjoy a stretch in that left inner thigh. Now I said enjoy. Press back up, bring that leg back to center and find your blocks. Place the blocks in the front of your mat. We're going to just do a couple lunges here. Okay, a lunge with a twist. All right, so got the blocks there. Shift your weight over to the right and bring the left foot in between the blocks. Walk them forward just a bit. Keep walking your foot forward to get a little bit of stretch in that back right hip flexor. So if you want to slide your back knee back, your right knee back a little bit, you can. Squeeze that back glute to keep the thigh bone from pressing back too far. So squeeze the glute to support it. Right here. And then keep your right hand on the block, left hand comes on the hip. Lengthen that spine and a gentle twist towards the right, to the left, sorry. Keep isometrically sending your front shin forward. So that left heel is imagining it sliding forward. That'll keep the hamstring strong. And then come back to center. Walk the blocks back to your back right knee and come on the heel of the extended leg. Get light on the fingertips. Isometrically draw that front heel towards your hips. Take your awareness to that left hip crease. And as you lengthen, hinge forward over that thigh. Keep drawing that heel toward your hip. That's going to fire up the hamstring to help get the quad to get a little more stretch in the hamstring. Nice. 2 more breaths. Each breath, just invite a little more stretch. Good. Walk your blocks back to frame your foot, and then take that back foot back behind you, wag the tail. We'll go to the other side. So that right foot's going to come between the blocks. Do what works for you in terms of walking the front right foot forward or sliding the left knee back behind you. Squeeze that back left glute a lot. Good. Left hand stays on the block, right on the hip. Get the length in your spine first, core engaged, and a gentle twist toward the right. Come back to center, hold on to the blocks and walk them back towards your back left thigh. Press the hands into the blocks, light on your fingertips. Right leg is straight, heels on the earth, toes towards the nose. Press the heel down, isometrically draw it towards your hip, lengthen, and hinge forward over that thigh. Beautiful. Keep the head and heart lifted. Nice. Good. Keep drawing the heel towards your hip. Nice. Good. All right, walk your blocks forward, bend that front knee, and use the blocks to help you come up to standing in whatever way works for you. And this is where we will find our noodle not too far away. The noodle not too far away, and your or your balance prop, whatever you're going to use for balance prop. Blocks can be in front of you somewhere, or when we get to that part, okay? Just a little bit closer to you. We're going to stand in the middle of the mat and place the blocks a little bit closer to you so you have them for you, okay? Let's just meet in loose coat sleeves. Let everybody get situated. Nice. This one just feels so good anyway. Another great home practice. Just doing this is yoga, right? You connect it with some breath and mindfulness. All right, slow that down. Take that right arm, left hand's on the thigh, right arm is just hanging. Let it feel heavy. So let it release away from the shoulder and start to pendulum in circles, like you're drawing circles with your fingertip, but you just kind of give it a push and it does the rest. It should be really loose. It should be gravity infused. And then see if you can stop it, push it, give it a little direction to go the other way. This is really good for people with shoulder issues, just to help lengthen and relax some tense muscles in the shoulder. All right, let's go to the other side. So let that left arm dangle. Support your weight with the other hand on your thigh. Give it a push if you need to give it a starting point. But it should be doing most of this work on its own. Feel the length, feel the head of the arm bone releasing just a little bit from the socket in the shoulder. And then see if you can't take it that other direction. Nice. All right, bring both hands onto the thighs, press on up, shake everything out, and we'll do some of that nice movement meditation. So come to your mountain pose first. Feet are connected to the earth. Take a breath in through the nose, out through the nose, and come back to that chin mudra with the hands over the heart. And back to that compassionate, loving affirmation for yourself. I am enough. I am loving. I'm loved. I am lovable. Feel the feet rooted into the earth, super grounded. And then lower the arms down. As you breathe in, reach the arms forward, lift the heels. As you exhale, lower the heels, lower the arms. And just stay connected with the breath. If you want to keep your eyes closed or super soft, just notice the sensations of the body. Thich Nhat Hanh's 10 mindful movements. Everyone should be at a different rate because all of our breathing is at different rates. Good, last one. Let's take the arms out to the side and touch the shoulders. And if you choose, shift the weight to the heels of the feet, bend the knees and sink the hips. And as you inhale, open the arms, straighten the knees. With your own rhythm, your own breath, your own depth of dipping into the chair, eyes closed or open. Stay connected to the sensations of the body. Blossoming like a flower here. Thich Nhat Hanh says in his meditation, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming like a flower. I am soft as the dew. I'm as strong as a mountain, as firm as the earth. I'm water reflecting all that is good and true. I am free. Last one, lower the arms down. Hold the shoulders. And then just reach the arms up overhead. As you exhale, turn the palms away. Again, if you can imagine gathering all that is good. And as you exhale as a yogi, using that strength to spread that goodness around or onto yourself. So that in that case, your hands would wash over in front of you. Some days you need a little more for yourself, right? That's okay. Inhale. That's that self-care, knowing what you need. Last one, inhale. Good. Take that right arm, nice backstroke. Follow the hand with your eye gaze with a gentle twist towards that right side. And just 3 or 4 inhale as you reach up, exhale back and down. Feel the opening in the side ribs, a gentle twist of the spine. Last one on this side, we'll move to the other side. Keep the movement going with the breath. Last one. Hands on the hips, feet nice and wide. Make some big circles with the torso, include the ankles and the wrists. Let the hips go way out to the side, forward, side, and back. Notice the sensations in the feet as they shift from side to side, in the hips, even in the knees, and then what it feels like to go the other direction, to unwind the crazies, right? Stay connected with this movement with breath. That's why it's 10 mindful movements. We connect it with breath. And then come to some stillness, keeping the feet wide, turn the toes out 45 degrees into goddess position. Hands start on the into star pose, roll the shoulders back, plug the head of the arm bone in. Strong and stable here. You are a star. And then as you're ready, bend the knees, track them over your feet, palms face forward, sink into your goddess pose. Press the feet into the earth, stretch the arms long, inhale. Exhale, press back into your goddess. Breathing in, breathing out. Your own rhythm, breathing in, breathing out. Knees are tracking over feet, inner thigh muscles have been stretched. So we're going to use them to track them over the feet. Last one. Lower the arms down, heel toe, walk the feet back to center and approach your blocks for forward fold. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, hinging from the hip crease, thighs, shins, or blocks, whatever works for you. Pause here for the inhale and the exhale. Next breath in, come halfway, lift the heart. As you exhale, bow forward. Whatever your affirmation was, if you could bow forward in gratitude for that, inhale, lift. And exhale, bow forward in gratitude for whatever your affirmation was. Bend the knees a lot, come up in your favorite way, hands on the thighs or on the hips, reach the arms up overhead, palms together, down to the heart. Now just a nice flowing pranam. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Breath in as you lift the heart. Exhale, deepen the fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips, come up in whatever way works for you. Breathe in, gather that's good, and place it into your heart. One more time. Breathe in and breathe out, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, deepen the fold. Bend the knees, sink the hips, come up in your way. Inhale, arms overhead, palms together, and hands down to the heart. Take a moment to notice how your body feels, finding that beautiful rhythm of the breath. All right, find your balance prop. For us, it'll be a noodle or a wall. You choose. All right, staying with our 10 mindful movements, have your blocks out of the way so you don't kick them. Your options here, it's knee lift extension. Your options are heel toe, heel toe. If the standing leg isn't going to have the strength to support the leg. But otherwise, you're going to shift your weight towards your balance prop. Take a breath in, reach knee up, arm forward. As you exhale, leg extends, arm lifts. Inhale, knee bends, arm forward, and exhale, lower. If that was too much, you're going to heel toe tap with the breath. Inhale, knee lifts, arm lifts. Exhale, leg extends, arm reaches. Exhale, knee lifts, arm forward. Exhale, release with your own breath. Last one on this side. And let's shift to the other way. Wag the tail, wiggle. And then shift your weight over to the balance prop, whatever side that is, doesn't matter. Take a breath in. You're either going to heel toe, arm forward, toe, arm lifts. You got it, right? So knee lifts, arm forward. Exhale, arm lifts, leg forward. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, breathing out. I am blooming like a flower. I'm as soft as the dew. One more. Strong as the mountain, firm as the earth. Circles. I am free. Other way. All right, shift your balance prop. This is the hip circle. So your modification is taking the leg out to the side, and the one leg is just going to make some big circles with the hip. Otherwise, we're going to lift that leg up, hold on to it, and make some big circles with that leg. You can do one at a time and rest, or keep them going. Keep the breath. Notice the sensation. Hold on or don't. What works best for you? 2 more circles. Nice. Shake it out. Turn around or move your prop. Nice. Love seeing all the hips wiggling. Gotta shake it out, right? Yoga, we got to move in all directions. Good. 2 more. Nice. All right. Now we've got those hips open. Let's do a little tree pose. All right. So hands on the hip, one on the prop. Shift your weight to the balance prop. Take a bend to the center of the room foot and turn that knee out to the side so your pelvis stays level. Stay right here or bring the foot onto the ankle or calf. And then see if you choose to lift one arm. If you're going to lift both arms, take your noodle with you. Find your breath. Okay to wobble. It's teaching our body something fun. Breathe in, breathe out. And water reflecting all that is good and true. And release. Shake it out. Shake, shake, shake. Go to the other side. So shift your weight towards your balance prop. Center of the room, arm on the hip. Toe lifts, knee comes out. Remember, all of our femurs go into our pelvis differently. So your knee's only going to go as far as it goes. Press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot, and you play with your branches. Keep the core strong. Keep your drishti focused. Let your foundation settle in, root into the earth. And if you celebrate Christmas and you're a sparkly Christmas tree, let your sparkles shine. All those ornaments, all those memories, that weaves who you are to who you are. And release that, shake it out. Okay, now shift your balance prop to the other side. We're going to do right and left. So if everybody could put it on their left side. And we're going to step the right foot back into lunge or warrior. Right hand on the hip. Oops, I did that wrong. Step forward. Step your left foot back. Hand on the hip. So you've got your balance prop on the left side. Your right foot is forward, left foot is back, correct? All right, so what we're going to do here, your option, watch first, is to just step the foot forward, the back foot forward. We're strengthening that front thigh. Your other option is to lift the knee into the chest and step back. Okay, so our balance prop is on the side of the leg that's going to be lifting or moving. So as you're ready, as you take a breath in as you either tap the foot forward, exhale as you bring it back, or bring the knee into the chest. You should feel some heat building up in that front thigh muscle. Do 2 more, that's in you. Good, beautiful. All right, that's a hard one. And let's switch to the other side. So you've got your balance prop on the right, and we're gonna step the right foot back. Left hand's on the left hip. If you need your arm to swing for balance, please do so. Then as you're ready, either step that right foot forward and back, or lift the knee in towards the chest and press it back into lunge or warrior one. Breathe in and out. In. 2 more. Good. Nice. All right. Okay, balance prop on the other side. So from here, we're going to step our left foot back again into warrior one legs. So the heel comes down, the stance is wide. The prop is slightly in front of you, kind of in line with that front foot. All right. So from here, we're gonna reach that right arm up overhead. As you exhale, straighten the front knee, hinge forward, and press that back arm back behind you into a modified pyramid, supported pyramid pose. Inhale, bend the front knee, reach the arm forward. As you exhale, straighten that front knee, hinge forward from the hips, spine is long, right arm presses back. And then with the breath, inhale, arm lifts, exhale, lower. One more, inhale, lift, exhale, press back. Good. Now lift back up, hand on the hip, walk your balance prop a little bit forward. We're gonna see if it's possible to lift that back foot up just a little bit. So using the wall, you may wanna face the wall now if you're using the wall or the counter, and send that back foot back behind you just a little bit. Lift it up off the earth. Good, nice. And release that. You should feel some heat building up in that standing leg. Let's go to the other side. Warrior one first. So the left foot is forward, right foot's gonna step back on a wide base of support. The balance prop, your hand is about across from the front foot. Hand is on the hip. Take a bend to that front knee. And then as you're ready, reach that left arm up. As you exhale, straighten the front knee, send that left hip crease back and sweep the arm back behind you. Inhale, bend the knee, reach the arm up. Exhale, straighten the knees, hinge at the hip, send the arm back. With the breath, inhale, bending the knee. Exhale, straighten and hinge forward. Spine stays long. Doesn't matter how deep you go into this, try to keep your spine nice and straight. Hinging from the hip crease, sending that hip crease back. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Good, pause here for just a moment. Feel that stretch in the hamstring. And then use your core strength to lift back up, bring the hand to the hip. And if you choose, you're gonna try that little modified warrior three. Hand can be on the hip, it can be back behind you, out to the side, whatever gives you best balance, or on the wall. You're gonna lift that back foot up just a bit. Feel that standing leg working. Hips, toes, and knees are all pointing straight down. So if you've rotated your hip towards the right, try to rotate the hip points back down toward the earth. Good, one more breath. And release that. Whew, shake it out. Very nice. Good job. Let's put the balance prop down and go to just a little bit of warriors. Like I said, this is all our best of stuff, so got to include the warriors. Standing facing the tree, please. I'm going to take a nice wide stance and turn our left toes towards the front edge of the mat and kick the right heel back. Left toes are pointing toward the front. Yeah, go the other way, Monica. Yeah, and back, and the right heel kicks back, good. Turn your collarbones facing forward, sweep the arms out to the side, plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder, take a gentle bend to that front knee. Good, open up through that inner thigh, knee stacking over ankle. Little weight on the pinky toe sides of the feet. Look over your front fingertips. Good. Lower the back hand down. Rotate the front arm up. Reach it overhead into peaceful warrior. Open up through those front side ribs. Good. Come back to warrior. Hands to the hips. Straighten that front left knee. That's left, right?
Correct.
Okay, turn the torso toward the front left, hinge forward a quarter fold and slide your left hand onto your left thigh. Right elbow is going to rotate back, pointing behind you, and then use that to help open your heart toward the front, triangle pose. Stay right here or slide your right fingertips up your side body, reaching that right arm up overhead if you choose. Very nice. if the shoulder's open to it. If not, keep the hand on the hip with the elbow pointing back. Straight up, not overhead, straight up toward the sky. Good. And then come back to your warrior two. Hands to the hips, straighten the front knee, and heel toe walk your feet back to center. Shake the legs out. Okay, you can stay facing the tree if you like. Take a nice wide stance. This time we're going to take our right toes toward the front edge of the back wall. Kick the left heel back. Collarbones face forward. Tailbone pointing straight down. Lengthen the spine, then take a little bend to that front knee. Sweep the arms out to the side. Gaze over your right fingertips. Strong and stable. Where do you feel strong in this pose? Lower your backhand down, rotate your front arm up and reach it overhead into peaceful warrior. That front knee still stays bent. Open up through those right ribs. And come back to warrior two. Hands to the hips, right leg straightens, torso gently turns towards the right front thigh. Hinge forward a quarter fold, slide your right hand on your right thigh. Left elbow points back behind you and use that to help open your heart toward the front of the room, the front toward the tree. And should you decide, you can slide your left fingertips up your side body, reach the arm up overhead for triangle. Nice, beautiful. And back to the hips, light bend to the front knee, press back up, back to warrior two if that's in you today. And then hands to the hips, turn your toes forward, heel toe walk your feet back to center. Shake your feet out and we'll all meet down on the floor. Everybody doing okay? Yeah, okay, let's get down on the floor. You guys doing okay? Yep, I saw some feet. All righty, here we go. Get in constructive rest if you would. And have a strap nearby and a block nearby. Where does your body go? So if you like to use a strap behind your thighs to bring your knees into your chest, go ahead. But whatever you're doing, massage your lower back. Grab your strap. Lower your left foot down and put the strap around the base of your right foot. And bring that knee over towards your right shoulder. Plug that head of the leg bone in, so wiggle it around so it feels secure and locked into that pelvis. And then extend your leg nice and long. Get it straight, not high. Press out through the heel of the foot. Now root down the pelvis. Root down the pelvis as you reach long up into the foot, and then press the foot in the strap into the foot. So you're rooting the pelvis down to be able to press into the strap. Hold on to the strap with both hands, and then go ahead and slide your left leg down if that feels good in your body. If it doesn't, keep the knee bent. But don't forget about it. Keep flexing the foot and do a slight internal rotation to keep the inner thigh active of that left leg. Take a breath. Do a little external and internal rotation of that extended leg up toward the sky. Notice what you notice about the change in sensation in the around the hip area. Then put both straps in your left hand. Bend your left knee again so your foot's on the floor. Take your left knee out to the left side and your right leg out to the right side with the support of the strap. And that's going to keep your pelvis balanced on the earth. So if your butt cheek has popped up on that left side, recenter, get the pelvis rooted on the earth so you're not tipped over like a teapot, and then press out through the heel of the foot. Pelvis is really rooted, so work hard to keep the pelvis. That means those hip points are pointing straight up. Now use the strength of your leg to lift the leg back up, bring the knee up, And then put the strap in your right hand and cross your right leg over your left thigh. So bring your left knee toward the right and cross your right leg. So the pelvis is still rooted on the earth. We're not lifting the butt cheek up. But if you're doing this mindfully, start to really press out through the heel of that right leg. You feel a stretch in the outer right calf and hip. This keeps the pelvis balanced so you don't get SI instabilities. Nice. All right, uncross that. Switch feet. Oop, lost it. And draw that left knee towards your left shoulder, wiggle it around, get it locked in there. Feels good and secure. And then straighten it. Lift it only as far as it'll go straight, and then slide your other leg out, your right leg out. Slightly internally rotate your extended right leg so that you're engaging the inner thigh. And with the left foot, press out through the heel of the foot. Root the pelvis down as you use that to lengthen up through that leg. So press the foot into the leg, leg into the foot. Lift and spread your toes. Use your breath to keep drawing the toes closer toward your nose, little by little, without bending the knee. Little internal, external rotation for shift and sensation. And if you feel something that feels like a necessary stretch, stay there. Explore, use your body as a lab. All right, bend the right knee, take the right arm out to the right side. Take the right leg out to the right side with bent knee. Take the left leg out to the left side, holding on to it with the strap. Notice if the pelvis is still even on the mat. If it isn't, readjust. As my husband, the coach, says, make adjustments, not excuses. That's actually really good advice, you know. If you're not happy, you know, what kind of adjustments can you make rather than excuses? What can you do to change it? Little tiny things even. All right, use the strength of your leg to lift back up and then cross that left leg with the straps in your right hand, cross the left leg over your right thigh, and take your right thigh over toward the left side a little bit. You're making an X with your thigh bones. Make sure the leg maintains straight. That's where you get the sweetness. As you press out through the heel of the foot and notice a stretch on the outer side of that left leg. And no pain in the sacroiliac joint, right? Isn't that amazing? Hopefully. All right, lift that leg back up, bend the knee, remove the strap, draw the knees into the chest, rock side to side. And then put both hands on top of your knees and extend your arms long as you push your legs away and let the legs be floppy. Hold on to the legs with your arms. This is Lucy Lomax's passive lumbar release. So let your lumbar spine release toward the earth. Use your breath to soften that. Feet are floppy. Arms are doing all the work here. Mindfully allow the lower back to release. Stay here if you like it, or row. Let's row onto Shavasana. So hands on tops of the knees. Take those knees in big circles. Oh, there's so many more golden nuggets and favorites to do. But I guess we've come to an end here. That's okay. Go the other direction. And then put your feet down. Notice if there's anything you still want to do that your body's saying, oh, I need a full body stretch, or I need a twist, or I need a cobra. Do whatever you need to do with your body so you can settle into Shavasana. Ooh. Get yourself comfy. Let your spine release. You can use a couple of nice cleansing breaths, breathing in through the nose, out through an open mouth, just to let go of any lingering tension. And then do the grace breath. If you remember what the grace breath is, breathing in, I sense the air. Breathing out, I sense the chair. And that's just your little rhyme to remember. But breathing in, I sense the physical sensations of the air. Breathing out, I notice the physical sensations of my body touching the earth and the earth supporting me. And begin coming back into this space. Enjoy a full, rich breath in. Take a slow, nourishing breath out. Begin wiggling your fingers and wiggling your toes. And gently turn your head side to side. Take a quick little scan of your body. Notice if there's a stretch that needs to be done again, and honor your body with that stretch. You begin to move your bigger joints, your bigger muscles, knees in towards the chest or feet on the floor, rocking the knees side to side until finally ending up on your favorite side. Pause there for just a moment, maybe hands on the heart if you feel like reaffirming your mantra, your affirmation to yourself. And even if it's, I am so beloved. What else do you need? As you're ready, press your hands into the earth and use that to come to a comfortable seat. And I want to share my final golden nugget with you. And this was told to me by Dr. Absar, who ran the Alzheimer's clinic at Copper Ridge. But I think it's one of the most important things that you can say to anybody. I think it just has so much meaning. That it's Jack Kornfield's interpretation of the Buddha. So just take a moment to take a breath, connect with your heart. In the end, only three things matter: how much you loved, how gently you lived, and how able you were to let go of that which was not meant for you. Thank you so much for the honor and privilege of facilitating your yoga practice all these years. I'm going to miss you so much, but I will be around. And if nothing else, please always remember to live knowing you are so beloved. Bow your head to honor your own practice, and then blink your eyes open and greet this beautiful Sangha with namaste. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. And I can't wait